A few weeks ago, Mojang announced that they're going to be bringing back the copper golem. Even though it lost a Minecraft Live vote a few years ago, it's going to be coming back, except this time with extra functionality. This time it's going to be coming back with some automatic storage functionality, which I think I know how it works, but I'm not going to explain it to you guys just yet because I'm going to wait for the snapshot to come out because yes, I'm going to be updating this world to the snapshot when that comes out because I am so excited because Copper Golem is probably my favorite update ever. However, before we work with all of that copper goodness, we actually need to get some honey. Now, if we're just quickly looking at my nether portal right there, you can see that there's a couple different states of copper there. So there's the kind of oxidized blue copper there, but then the bulbs over there are still the kind of normal copper unoxidized version. Now, the reason for that is because all of those are waxed, which basically means that they stay in the safe oxidation state. They don't ever oxidize, they don't change color, they just stay like that forever. Now, we're probably going to need some of that, and the way to get it is to use, I believe it's the honeycombs, which means we have to shear honey blocks after they're full. Sorry, not honey blocks, beehives or the bee nests, but I don't have any. Actually, the only ones that I do have are all in decoration and actually kind of in villages to provide life with the bees, so I can't just use those. So before we get started with the actual building, which I don't know where I wanted to go in this village, we are gonna have to go ahead and collect some beehives, so let me quickly go ahead and do that really quickly. Alrighty, so I've gathered everything that I need. I have some wood here, and I also have a little bit extra wood here. I have some bee nests here. All of them are basically full of at least the bees. Some are full with honey, and then this one only has 2 out of the 3. I did gather some extra flowers to hopefully make another one. I have the campfires, which if you guys don't know, the campfires have to go underneath the bee nest. You guys will see that in just a few minutes. And then I always like to put iron trapdoors on top of the campfire. That way they can't fly into the campfire and accidentally, burn themselves. And also I can't accidentally right click the trapdoor and open it. So that's why I do the iron one here. And I have some glass here. Now, the idea that I kind of had in mind is kind of doing 2 separate things. So what I think I would like to do is I kind of want to do like a building here. Nothing too crazy. Maybe just like, maybe we'll do something kind of like this. Yeah, maybe like we'll do like a 5x5. Or I guess this is like a 6x6. I don't really know. But I think I want to do a small building like this. And then what I would eventually like is to have it go out the side over here and then into a kind of glass building over here. And then that's where the bees are going to go. And then what I would like to do is I want to try and do like a small little store in here. It's not going to be too detailed, but I have something in mind so you kind of see what I would like to do. And then I want to do a small second floor where we could like put a bed up there. Now, like I said in a past episode, I don't remember when exactly, I'm not the biggest fan of decorating the inside, so I'm not going to make the inside too detailed. I care more about the outside, but I would like to like have like a ladder leading up to the second floor. That way it kind of counts as like a house, but also like a workstation, like a shop. So that's kind of the plan. And I think I would like to start off with the actual house here. So what I think we're going to start off is I'm going to grab some wood here. I'll grab this, I'll grab some of that, grab a little bit of everything. And we're just going to get started. Okay, I think we're going to start off, I think I want the door to go here, which is kind of weird, but I think, yeah, the door will go here. We made the pillars go 4 blocks up because what we're going to do is actually, these are going to be broken as well because this is going to be a door. But we're going to have the kind of things going like that, the walls, and then we're going to connect these with the pillars here. I actually don't know if I want to use the stripped wood or not. I'm going to try using the normal wood, and then if we end up not liking it or wanting to use the stripped wood instead, we'll go back in with the axe and strip it. But for now, I do want to do something kind of like this. And then I think we're going to put windows in these 2 back walls right here. So let me quickly, do we have any? I don't know. Oh, I think in here. Yeah, these are where the glass panes are. So I think we're going to put these here. And okay, I think what we're going to do is we're going to do the roof because the roof is what will determine how much space we actually have. So let's start off by just adding a layer on each side here of the stairs. We're going to put the stairs as well on the inside like so. And then maybe we go another layer here of the stairs like this. And then I think the plan is going to be that I want to do something kind of like this on each side because I think, oh yeah, I need to put the thing there. I think I want to put the floor to the second floor right here. So remember we were saying about wanting to put the ladder. I think this is where it's going to go. Now, honestly, I think the ladder honestly should just go here. Now, I think I have a leftover ladder from the last episode, and then we can get some trapdoors as well. I think we're just going to put the ladder like right here, and then we'll put the trapdoor, which acts as a ladder when closed. Yeah, I think we'll do something kind of like that. Now, honestly, I'm kind of thinking we put something here, like a block here, and then we make this go up by a whole block. I think could look pretty good. And then once again, I think we should put some glass here, because I just kind of like the way that looks. And then I think we're going to top it off with some stairs here. We're gonna put some planks right here on these two ends, but not in the middle here, only because I do want this to feel a little bit like there's some space here, and if we put the roof here, it won't feel like that much space at all, because then what I would like to do is I'd like to put slabs here. So because we're putting it on these two over here, we can kind of leave the middle here a little bit empty. Let's take a look and see what we have so far. Okay, honestly, I'm not the biggest fan, to be honest. So here, let's get the doors in place so that we can actually see what it looks like with the doors as well. I'm not a fan of this. I feel like it looks just a little bit too boring for me. Okay, so I actually have an idea. What if we get rid of this entire layer right here, right? And then we replace it with the oak log instead. That way, it kind of looks like it's coming back from the bottom. It's not just the corners of the house, right? It's actually part of it up here. See, but then I don't love the ring there. Unless we put the trap door there, maybe? And then we... Oh! Okay, yeah, that actually doesn't look bad, and it adds some texturing as well. Okay, that definitely looks better, but I still feel like something is missing. I don't know, now it just kind of looks like the oak is kind of coming out of nowhere, like the log. So, oh man, maybe... Okay, hear me out. What if we try something? What if we replace these two blocks here? I guess 4 technically. We'll replace them with the log here. Okay, we turn the stair here, that way we can't see part of the ring, because I don't love the way that the ring looks there, honestly, right? So we turn this kind of around like so. Yeah, okay. And then maybe we put slabs on the top up here to add some detailing, and then we could do like something there. I kind of don't really want to do anything there, honestly. Let's see, what does that look like? Oh, okay, I actually kind of don't mind that, I don't think. Okay, let's compare it to the other side over here really quick. So the changes really is that we added some slabs in the two middle here, or logs here with slabs on the top. Honestly, I kind of like that it kind of jolts out a little bit, because it doesn't feel as like flat going down, which honestly I think kind of helps it quite a lot actually. Okay, yeah, I think I'm going to do the same thing on the other side over here. Okay, so I'm kind of curious, what would it look like if we put the trapdoors on the side right there? Okay, yeah, I think that kind of helps quite a lot. Just adds a little bit of details. Yeah, I really do like that, honestly. Although, I don't know if I love it that much, because the entire point of the log is to be able to see that it's there. So maybe instead of doing that, maybe we just go do like slabs there or something like that instead. That way it looks kind of connected. Now I saw one thing as well. What if we replaced the whole blocks there and replaced it with the stairs there instead? Kind of like that. It just adds a little bit more detail, which honestly I do kind of like. And then maybe we can do the same for like right here. Like we add some of that there so it looks like it's a unique shape up there. Okay, that's not bad. Yeah, just quickly comparing it to the back over here, the front over here with the kind of nice circular shape versus the back. Yeah, I definitely think we should do the same over here, so we're going to quickly place the stairs here. Now, I actually want to try and do something a little bit interesting. I like to put fences in the corner of my builds. You guys know this by now, but that's going to be a little bit hard because right here we have the stair here, and I don't really like how half of the fence is being on the stair, but then the other half is not. So we can easily do that side on, or this side here, but I don't know if I like it just being on one side or not. Honestly, I'm kind of not liking it. I don't know, it just feels weird without it. So maybe we should try... Wow, would it look weird if we put like a whole block there? Kind of. I don't really want to put like a whole block there. I just feel like that looks a bit weird unless... Oh, wait a minute. So what if we keep the stair how we had it, then put a stair like that? Okay. And then we could put the fence there. And then maybe we connect it like that. Oh, actually, that's not too bad, actually. Wait. Maybe I'm cooking. So if we do... Oops, not that. Maybe we put that there. Oh, okay. I do like that. The only problem that I feel like I have is this area feels a little bit boring, honestly. So maybe we do something like that, maybe? Oh, that makes it look like it's a heart. Wait, that's actually a heart shape. We're almost going with a heart shape. We can like... Wait, I'm curious. Can we make like a full-on heart? It looks like that's like part of our heart right there. You can kind of see it. That's really interesting, actually. But okay. So I don't mind that, but maybe we could try incorporating some lanterns. You guys know me and my lanterns. I absolutely love them. Unless we keep it and then we just put like a lantern right there. Honestly, it's not that bad. I don't mind it. Okay, let's try with the back really quick as well, because we still have the back area that we could do. So what if we tried here putting... so it could be kind of cool to have the lanterns kind of be like, if we had the fences there, it could be kind of cool to have the lanterns kind of facing out. Because that way from the inside here, you can see the lanterns, which I kind of like. But then how do we make it go down? Because we could just put that there, which doesn't look terrible, admittedly. Maybe we connect it like this with stairs. And then we get like a cool thing there. See, that's not bad, but then it kind of just random. I don't know. What would trapdoors look like if we put it on the side like this as well? Maybe we could put... Ooh, that's not bad. Okay, I definitely think I prefer without the trapdoors, honestly. I'm kind of okay with the way that this looks. Okay, honestly, just looking at it for a little bit longer, I think I'm gonna go with the front design that we did for the front door, only because if we do it with the way that is over there, I don't love how we'll have kind of like, if I just temporarily place those there, I don't like how one of them is in the window, but then one of them is in the wall here because of the door. I don't love that, so I think we're just gonna kind of copy what we did over here. I do like having the lamppost here, or maybe even instead of doing that, maybe we can just do like a stair, right, with that there instead. Honestly, yeah, it's not that bad. I do enjoy that quite a bit. And then, yeah, I think back here we can do the two lanterns kind of being here. And then I like how this does obviously look like the back, and then we have this area over here as well. I do really like that bit, yeah. Now, just before we move on to the actual beekeeper area with the glass that we were talking about, I do want to quickly just work on the inside right here. Now, I'm not going to do the top area up here. We'll just pretend that there's a bed here. I only want to do down here because I want to do a little bit different things. So I want to put the actual, like the honey stuff that we get, like the honey comb, the honey bottles, and then the honey blocks. I want to put the storage for that in here. And then the tools for everything. I think we'll need bottles for the honey bottles. And then we'll need shears as well. I believe it's shears, I think. I might have to double check on that for the honey, for the beehives here to get the honeycomb. So that'll be something that we have to do. So I'll keep the tools kind of in the area over here. The actual like product and stuff I want to put over here, because I want this to kind of be like a shop. So let's try doing some barrels then, maybe. So let's see. So the problem that I have is if I put this too close like this, then when you're walking this way, you get slowed down by the ladder here. So I think if we're going to do it, maybe we do barrels like going here, maybe, right? And then we could put a trap door against it. We kind of hide like the inside thing over here, which I kind of like. But then from the back, we can still access it. But then it kind of, I wonder actually, could we put barrels facing down? I don't know if we can do that. Like if we put... can we do that and then have the side texture? Oh, that looks a lot better actually. Yeah, no, so that's how we're gonna do it. Yeah, because this just looks like it's a cool countertop with a cool thing on the side, but we can still access it. And yeah, that way it actually looks like it's a like an actual like counter here. Okay, I think the only thing I don't love is the trapdoor there. Do I have my spruce shulker box on me? I do not, but I have some spruce wood in this shulker box, so I think I would like to make these spruce trapdoors instead, potentially. We only need one. And that way, I think it would make this match a lot more. Yeah, that definitely matches this a lot better. Okay, and then this is kind of where like the, you know, the store clerk can go, and this is where he sits every day and whatnot. Okay, I definitely like that. I think that's the shop part of this build done. Alright, so now we're moving on to the next bit, the kind of beekeepers area. So what I think I would like to do is I kind of want to have I think we're going to have the fence go in like this. I do kind of like that. We're going to have it go to about here, and then we're going to go from here. Okay, do I want to make it look more round or square? I think we're just going to do kind of like a square because I think it's kind of too tight of an area here. So yeah, I think we'll do something kind of like that. Although I'm not loving how tight this is. We will have to get rid of all this here and make this go like this. Yeah, this could work because we need 5 blocks here. Oh, so the beehives could all just go here. Okay, so that actually works then. Although, actually, maybe we get rid of the corners and then we can decorate it with the wood. Okay, so maybe we will just keep the kind of inside areas. And then maybe for the top up here, if we're going to do something with the wood for the side here, then we can keep this area kind of being like a dome. Yeah, I do actually like that quite a bit here, actually. So, okay, so here's what I'm thinking we do for the side then. I think we're going to start off by doing some of the logs here, and then maybe we can try doing something like this where we go to the side. See, I don't know how that's going to work though. I want it to be both like this because then we could lead it into slabs, but I don't know if there's a way to do that. So maybe I don't know how we're going to do this then. Maybe we'll have to figure something out. Okay, so what if we do actually something rather interesting? What if we go slab, then stair, stair on the back over here, slab, and then kind of repeat, right? Right? Kind of just something like this. I don't think that's that bad. Yeah, I actually don't mind the way that that looks. And then honestly, I know this might be expensive to do, but I feel like putting the trapdoors on the corners here would actually help it quite a lot potentially. Yeah, like honestly, I feel like that does help it quite a bit, honestly. Okay, yeah, I actually wasn't like expecting to like that, but yeah, I think that looks kind of nice. And then I think what I would like to do is maybe we can do something interesting where every time it pops out, like, I don't know how this is going to work. Okay, so if we do something kind of like this, which is basically just me putting slabs on top of the stairs on the corners over here, then we get this cool little effect right here, which honestly doesn't look that bad. And then maybe from here we go on the inside like this. And then maybe for these we come out to the side a little bit. Something kind of like that I think could be cool. I don't think we would do it over here, but it could be kind of cool to maybe do something like that. I don't know. Because then that way we keep some of the glass on the inside like still visible from the sky, but then all of the sides over here are still good as well. Honestly, I'm not too sure what we want to do. How does the entire thing look? If we look at the entire structure as a whole, including this, does that look rather weird? I don't think so. I'm almost wondering, maybe do we get rid of the fence here and do something different instead? Like maybe we attach it, because I don't know if I love, like maybe we just do like stairs going to here, right? And then maybe we can stop it. Oops, we can stop it like here, right? And then, oh, but then we have to connect it over here, which I don't know if that's going to look that great. You know what I'm saying? But we could do something kind of like that. We could put trap doors here, which kind of acts as like the windows, right? And then we could even put the trapdoors up here. Okay, that's actually a lot more interesting than I thought. I wasn't sure if I was going to be a big fan of that, but I actually kind of am. Honestly, though, I'm not feeling this area as much. I feel like we should connect these two like that. Because then I know that it kind of defeats the purpose of the things up here, but at least here we have some texturing here, which doesn't look bad. We'll just connect this to here, like this path, because I do like that quite a bit. And then, yeah, we can put this here. The idea being that I still want to be able to see inside of that from afar to make sure that, like, you know, the bees are okay. Although maybe we'll replace these here with lanterns. Yeah, I think that lanterns there would look kind of cool. And then if we look at it from the front as well, okay, that's not bad. I'm not sure if I'm loving the roof over here though, to be honest with you. Like the thing that we have going on the side over here, I don't really love, to be honest with you. It just kind of looks a little bit weird, to be honest. So maybe we just leave it like that, like kind of simple. Or you see, I don't know. Or maybe we go in one with the wood over here, right? So we kind of go from here, we go here. But then does that look kind of weird? Unless we go, if we make a couple of these, then maybe we could go something kind of like that. Ooh, okay, right? And then we go there, and then we get something kind of like that going. I actually don't mind the way that that looks, because then it makes the glass look a little bit more interesting rather than it just being kind of like a weird window. Okay, yeah, I think we'll do that, because it's kind of like the problem that we had with that right there, where we felt like on the top it wasn't as much of the oak log, which we didn't really like. Although now I'm kind of wanting, yeah, I think it's better if we make the wood look like that instead of going in like this. Yeah, I actually like this quite a lot, actually. It looks like it's like kind of designed intentionally to be this way, which is, I mean, this was accidental on my part, but honestly, it actually doesn't look that bad, honestly. The one thing I'm not loving is I'm not loving these pieces here. I'm going to replace these because these are just kind of driving me crazy. Okay, yeah, I think that looks a lot better, and I'm definitely a much bigger fan of that than leaving the grass there. Okay, so I think the last thing that we really need to do is that I want to set up the campfires over here, honestly, and then I think we're gonna grab a couple of these chests here. I think we'll only really need that right there. So yeah, let's quickly head into here. Oh, we're gonna need the flowers. I think I left the flowers in this one. Yeah. So we'll put the flowers here. The way that we're going to do this is we're going to put the campfires going down here like this. So the campfires will go here. We're gonna put the trapdoors like that, and then the bees we'll put here. But before we put the bees there, let's quickly put I think the poppies, honestly, we'll just do an entire row of them. I kind of like that. And then we're going to do 2 sets of chests there, right? And then, you know, we can put some flowers in here as well, just so that it looks kind of filled. I think that could be kind of cool. And I think we're going to start off, honestly, just by placing it down. So yeah, let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now just before we get to actually doing anything and watching anything, we need to make some of the stuff that we need. So we're going to make a couple of these, and I think we're going to need, I think I have some glass melting as well. I would like to make as many bottles as we can, because bottles are actually going to be really important. So we'll just take 3 stacks of this here, and yeah, we're just going to make 3 stacks of glass bottles, because this is how you make the honey blocks, which are different. So let me see if I can demonstrate how both of them work, and then we're going to use the iron here to make the shears. Oh wow, there is a lot of bees here, my goodness me. So we're going to put these in here, and then we'll put these over in here. So what we're going to do really quick is grab a couple of these bottles here, and then we're going to grab some shears here. So we have 2 that we can use, right? So these 2 are ready. You can see that there's a little bit of like the honey dripping out and none over here. If we use the shears on this one right here, you can see that we have some honeycombs here. And then if we grab the bottles here, right, you can see that we get some honey bottles here. Now I have a shulker box here of a bunch of the copper stuff, so you can see that we have some of the wax stuff here. But let me quickly demonstrate how this could work. So I'll just take this piece, for example, really quick, and I'm going to go here and I'm going to unwax it right here. So with this normal block of copper, if we place it over time, it'll slowly turn into that color right there. But if we use the honeycombs and right click it, as you can see, it gets that little effect with the bubbles, and now it's a wax block of copper, which means it'll always stay like this. Now on the other hand, if I'm going to move this workbench as well. I think we'll move the workbench into oh, we have the middle spot right here, right? Yeah, we could put it in the middle right here. Boom. If we go here, I think it's the is it called the block of honey or honey block? I don't exactly know. It's not this one. Is this one here, honey block. You can see 4 of these make 1 honey block. So that's what the bottles would be for. And then what I'm thinking of doing is putting the honeycombs in this one, and then the honey bottles here, and then any like honey comb blocks or honey blocks could go here. And honestly, this is the first build of this new village. It's really interesting, actually. When I was flying over to get the materials for the bottles and the shears, it looks so lonely, this building here, right? I mean, there's nothing else here yet. It looks so incredibly lonely. I'm kind of sad for an inanimate building, but it honestly looks really interesting, and I'm so excited to have built it, especially now with the copper stuff coming out. I'm so excited. I think that it's a good size as well, right? It kind of goes to show that I want to build some functional things here as well. Like I want to make as many functional buildings in this village as I can, and then, you know, eventually what we'll do is we are going to kind of have like a path going out. I'm just going to make the path go to like here for now. I don't exactly know where I'm going to like have the path going, so we'll just do the small one here for now. All right, thank you guys so much for watching today's episode here of G1’s Adventure. I know that this build was a little bit low-key, you know, not as big, no automatic farms, no fancy you know, terraforming or anything like that. It's kind of good to go back to just a normal build, right? Like I've been working on like big towns like that, or, you know, working on multiple houses at once, or big terraforming projects like this one is. But I'm kind of glad to just go back to basics, work on a building that looks good, but also serves a function for me as well. Hopefully you guys still got the same amount of enjoyment as a usual video. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching today's episode. If you guys enjoyed, consider leaving a like, smashing that subscribe button, and sharing this video with your friends and family. My goal is to get to 600 subscribers by the end of this year, a slow goal to my ultimate goal of making content creation, bringing you guys happiness, my full-time job. So thank you guys so much for the support. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I will see you all in the next video.